welcome. Welcome to today's video. I am so happy you're here. I would love it if you give me a like and comment if you enjoyed this video, just because it would really help my channel. As you can see, my views are kind of low. I have some videos with 50,000 views or more, way more, but that was when I was talking about the other stuff, so the algorithm kind of got screwed up. But I have lots of videos here if you're interested in women's health and wellness, the natural way, balancing your body in a natural way, going through menopause and all that, and even healthy recipes way back in my YouTube channel. So check those out, because that's what I used to do. It was a lot about mindset too, helping women bring their body back into a better balance during perimenopause, menopause, and also helping your mindset while you move through that phase, because it's a crazy time. We all know that. All right, today I'm going to read from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, and then, as someone brought it up yesterday in my Facebook group, the book, The Healing Code. So thank you, Stephanie, for bringing that up, because it reminded me about it. Okay, the card today is a beautiful one. The word wants to be written. The word wants to be written. Look at that card, eh? I know, it's so gorgeous. What this really is about is that you have a purpose and a reason for being on this world. We all do. And it doesn't have to mean that's supposed to be your life's, your job. We all have purposes. We all have reasons for being here, and everybody is really important. And there's no one on here by accident on earth, in this life by accident. So it's about embracing. But the thing is that we were raised with so much programming and conditioning, and we were told certain things when we were young that we chose to, because we're so young, we just took in as a belief. Either we're not worthy, we're not good enough, there's no way we can do something like that. Don't be so silly, get your head out of the clouds. You're a dreamer, you got to stop dreaming. You're not smart enough, you're not good enough, you're not whatever. We were told these things. So there's so many layers on top of our true essence and what we're really meant to express here in the world, that we get to the point where we're like, I don't know, I don't think I have anything I'm supposed to be doing, because it's so covered up. And it's about taking off the layers, which is what we're doing here, right? Is seeing what comes up. What things do I struggle with? What thoughts do I continually think on repeat? What feelings do I continually think? Like I did the video the other day about my feelings that I tend to be in most of the time, and especially in the past, not much now. Frustration and disappointment. Frustration and disappointment. Well, that affects all my decisions I have made throughout my whole life, right? And so if we think about that, wow, because I tend to be in these emotions most of the time, those emotions drive my actions. Because thoughts, emotions, actions. So then, wow, I've made taken actions and made decisions based on worry, fear, or thoughts that weren't really ever true, because I am enough. I am perfect just the way I am. I have gifts to share with the world. I am important and I am good enough. So it's about removing those. It says, what are you dreaming or seeking to do, create, live, or manifest is actually very natural to you. That is why you want to do it. When we have a desire to do something, it is meant for us. Our desires are meant for us. And I know you've probably heard that before. And when I used to hear it, I used to think, oh, fuck, I'm so sick of these things, because, it hasn't come about yet. So what's up with that? Right? Still to this day, I'm 61. I have stopped myself, and it's only me, and blocked myself from the ability, God, look at how uneven I am right now. Ability to live in a warm climate throughout the winters. I have wanted that since I was a little girl. But of course, was thought to believe, well, that's crazy. How are you supposed to do that? That's just silly. There's no way you can do that. What job are you going to have? How are you going to pay your rent? You're going to live in two places. You're going to pay mortgage. On and on and on. So it became such a deep thing. Ooh, that would be really, really hard. That would be scary. I don't think it's possible for me. That's crazy talk, right? All of these things are so ingrained in every cell of my body that to overcome them, I'm 61 and I've been working on personal development, is a tough thing. I mean, of course, it brings me to that I need a business online that makes enough money so I can do it, which is, again, am I worthy to have that? I need a a safe, stable job. I can't just do something online. Oh my God, that would be so risky. You wouldn't make enough money. What if it all falls apart? You see what I mean? All these layers and layers and layers determine our actions, our beliefs, our feelings, our experiences of life. But we got to look at that. So once we really truly see it, and I see it for what it is, it's the job every day is what we do here is to continually unravel it and go, oh, it was all false. Because there's lots of people who do things like that. There are people who are doing that. I am worthy. I'm just as worthy as them. They've made different choices, yes, but I can start to make different choices too. You see what I mean? If you experienced controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, you would have found it hard to access your natural state. Oh my God. When I heard this, I'm like, oh, yes. My natural state, as I remember when I was really, really young, is anything's possible and I'm going to do what other people do not do. I'm not going to live this crazy type of life that I see other people living. And I have, in most part, lived backwards. I did all my traveling and did all the things I wanted to do starting at a very young age. And now I've done pretty much everything. So that is a blessing. I did choose to do that, but I was working all the time. Anyways, so we got to remember that when we were young, we kind of knew we had this feeling and sense of, yeah, anything's possible. I can do whatever I want. And then we got bombarded with rules or being told that that's silly, that's crazy. You know, like if we asked what we wanted to be when we grew up and someone said something like, oh, yeah, he wants to be that, sure. We'll just see, right? There was this energy around that, oh, that's not really possible, but how cute they want to do something like that. The natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It is still there within you. Now it is just about chipping away at the walls of shame, perhaps with a defiant, who the hell cares? I am here and I'm going to love myself anyways. And I'm going to do what I want anyways. That's the way I was when I was young. Screw it. I'm going to do what I want anyways. But my belief behind it was if I really do what I want, I'm not going to have enough money. I'm not going to really be supported and it's going to be hard. But I'm going to do it anyways. So I did it anyways, but my belief deep behind it was, well, you're not going to be that successful. Like you can do this. You can't have it all. You can have this or that, right? And that's what we are raised to believe, this or that instead of this and that. So take a look at it. You can be free to realize that the shame is just an emotion, not a truth. And if you can defy any hold it has over you and your ability to love yourself, that you can defy it, right? This oracle brings you to the guidance that you are now powerful enough to break the cycle. That is what this stage in life is for, this ascension process, for us to realize, oh my God, I am this powerful soul being. I always have been. And I just need to let go and wash away these layers and layers and layers that have been put on top of me. My true essence is still there. Such a great message. Okay, the healing code. Now, I'm just going to go into one aspect of this, of course, but this is a really cool book if someone wants to look into it. It is about, of course, how our emotions affect our physical body. And the number one thing that affects illness and disease, turns the trigger of those cells and DNA on, is stress. I'll just tell you right now. Stress. So, and I have talked about stress before. Dr. Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton, and many people talk about stress, the ones who show how we affect our body. If there's any disease or illness that's an optimally functioning immune system cannot heal, no. In fact, many experts believe that the only healing that ever happens for any person for any health issue happens because of the immune system. So basically what it's saying is our body is a self-healing thing. We are designed to heal ourselves. We were designed, whatever happens. But our over the years and stuff, the stress and the way our thoughts are and the fear and the worry and the taking on other people's problems and having to control everything. Stress breaks down the body. It decreases the immune system. So stress decreases immune system, blunts hormone production, causes a toxic body. It releases toxic chemicals within our body and is very, very hard on the organs of our body. So it weakens the organs of our body. So of course, what do you think with all those things? It causes more illness and disease within the body. And if you stay in that state, it's going to be very hard to heal your illness and disease. So the number one thing to do when people have something is to work towards self-love, calm, peace, centeredness, not and decreasing the stress and nervous system, calming your nervous system down within your body. Stress is the cause of at least 95% of illness and disease. So of course we're talking, there may be things, people born with cystic fibrosis and things like that. We're not talking about that, okay? We're talking about when you're living your life and all of a sudden your body starts to break down and you get sicker and things like that. Now also, I believe that every soul before they come onto this earth chooses their journey on this earth, and some choose a life of hardship or experiencing a certain disease or an illness or problems not being able to walk. So I think there is a soul's journey too that the soul is meant to have, and sometimes you don't recover because that is your soul's journey. So that's what I believe also. But I also believe, why not do everything you can to heal naturally? If you have something, at least you got to give it a try. Too much stress for too long creates what is known as chronic stress, which has been linked to heart disease, stroke, and may also influence cancer. It does, they've shown that. Cancer and chronic respiratory diseases and illness is just the tip of the iceberg. Stress affects you emotionally, as well as marring the joy and you gain from life and loved ones. I'm running out of time, so I'm not going to talk, but I will cover more in this book. The Healing Code. But there are so many great resources out there now for you guys. Like, there's no excuse why you can't start learning. There's another one called the Emotion Code. You can also look, it's something different, but you can look up the Emotion Code. And then I think there's a book called the Body Code. But why not start learning some of these things? And these are things you can practice at home, anytime, before you go to bed, first thing in the morning. You don't have to quit your job. You don't have to completely change your life. So you can start healing now. So powerful. Okay, I'm just going to read a blessing here, and then that's how we're going to end, because the time, of course, from Sacred Rebels. So I want you to take a few deep breaths right now. Inhale, lengthening through the spine, bringing in love and light. Remember, with your inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to release, relax, and bring it all down to the center of the earth and dump it there. Inhale, bringing in that beautiful love and light energy, filling up your heart, your cup. Healing, beautiful energy coming into your body. And as you exhale, release and relax. Hands on your heart, closing your eyes. I now choose to forgive and release any person, situation, or circumstance that has ever been a source of shame or shaming for me, whether conscious or unconscious. I now release this from my body, mind, and heart through unconditional love. I choose to claim myself instead. I love, accept, and claim all of me under the loving protection and wisdom of life. I choose to live as myself. Now I call an unconditionally loving assistance that life wishes to send me for this journey now. I honor my creative power and my innate worth. So be it. All right. I thought that was beautiful. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I will see you in the next video, and have an amazing day.